Hi everybody, today's our very easy lesson about perimeter of shapes. As you can see here on this shape, we have shapes that you've seen relatively recently: triangles, trapezoids, rectangles, parallelograms, squares, and rhombuses. But for all shapes, perimeter means add all the sides. So, excuse my spelling and handwriting here. So when it means add all the sides, literally all you do to find the perimeter is add up all the sides. If it's a triangle with 3 different sides, you add up the 3 sides of the triangle. In this case, get 30. If it was the same thing here for the trapezoid, do the same thing, add up the 4 sides. Get whatever number that would be. If you're missing a side, it usually means it's because it's isosceles. So if the shape is an isosceles triangle, you'll need to make sure you know that side's equal to that side. They're both 7. If this is an isosceles trapezoid, you'll need to know that side's equal to that side, and it's 5. And again, just add up all the sides. First side plus second side plus third side. That number 5 wasn't there to begin with, but it's clearly there now. And when you add up all the sides, you get a perimeter here of 30 again, coincidentally. This one here, if you add up all the sides, 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 10 would be 24. All you do is add up all the sides. Same thing if you only have 2 sides given. It's a rectangle. You don't just add 6 and 13. You add the sides, 6 and 13, and your other sides, 6 and 13. There's 4 sides to the shape, so you have to add up all the sides. This one here works out to be 38, and that's the right answer. Parallelograms would be done the same way. You have 2 sides, 8 and 14. You'd add 8 plus 14 plus another 8 plus another 14. You'd end up with 42. And last but certainly not least, squares and rhombuses, where all the sides are the same. Just make sure you add up all your sides. 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, which equals 28. Or you can just realize there's 4 sides and multiply by 4. That would make the problem a lot easier, but it has you remember something just a little bit different then. So to get a B on your assignment today, about an 85%, what you're going to have to do is add up sides of shapes. They're going to look just like these. So keep this video out in front of you if you need to with the work shown, and keep flipping back and forth, and just make sure if there's a missing side or a missing couple of sides or a missing bunch of sides, just make sure you add up all the 3 or 4 sides of the shape and you'll get the perimeter. What do you need to do to move from B to 100%? And the answer is you'll have to be able to work backwards also. So to work backwards, they'll give you a perimeter. Notice the difference on this page, while everything pretty much looks the same, is they give you a perimeter. You could write an equation with adding, but it's also easier to realize start from the whole number, in this case 34, subtract away all 3 of the numbers that they give you, leaving you with just 1 number left, which comes out to be a missing side of, 10. Let me just cross that out. Equals 10. Sorry about that. Just subtract the sides until you get the only missing side left, and that's all you need to do for any of these shapes. However, it might be a little bit easier to look at these as different situations, because on this one, you have 2 missing sides, b plus 8 plus another b plus 10 equals 24. You could solve that algebra equation out. It's very easy. Or you could think about it in terms of subtraction. Start with 24, subtract away 10, subtract away 8, you're left with 6. The side b is not 6. You have 2 sides of b that total 6. So then you divide by 2, and b equals 3 for this problem. Same idea if you have a rectangle or a parallelogram. Start with your whole number, subtract away 5, subtract away the other 5, because remember, there's a 5 on both sides. You're left with 22, which is not x, because then what's going on is you have 2 sides of x. One side up there, one side down there. So that 22 gets divided by 2 and you have 11. 11 for the top side, 11 for the bottom side. On the last problem with the square, remember we said we could solve it by multiplying by 4. So the same thing with working backwards. You can divide by 4. Or you can look at it as y added up 4 times is 36. What number? Not 6. No. It's because 4y adds up to 36. So you have to divide by 4. It turns out y is equal to 9 on this problem. All right, short video, short amount of work to do. This page here is to move from a B to 100%. It's not that hard. This is an easy 100% today. But the first page is even easier. So again, start off just simply by adding up all the sides, not adding up all the numbers they give you. Make sure you add up sides. If it's a 3-sided shape, add up 3 numbers, like the 2 top problems in triangles. For all the other sides that are 4-sided shapes, make sure you add up 4 numbers. Some of them might be the same, like in a square and rhombus at the bottom. Like on the square, all the sides are 7. Add up 7 4 times. On the rectangle with 6 and 13, 6 plus 13 plus another 6 plus another 13. As long as you add up the right amount of numbers, you're in good shape. Just make sure you add up the same amount of numbers as the number of sides. And then working backwards. Start from the perimeter number, subtract away, and if there's 2 missing sides, divide by 2. You wouldn't be able to subtract, but if there's 4 missing sides, divide by 4. Hopefully simple enough. Have an easy 100% today, everyone. Take care, and see you next lesson.